Hello there everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collector 75, and welcome back to another Transformers review. For today's review I'm going to be doing Transformers Henkei Megatron. Now the reason why I'm doing Henkei Megatron is I got this figure out to do a review for a few other figures, just wanted to put them with him just for a bit of a like visual effect and that. And I thought, you know what, he's a great figure in his own right, and I love it, so why not do a review of it. So here we go. This is of course Henkei Megatron. He's just a recolour of the Classics Megatron. Let me just hold that up a little bit. Yeah, the original Classics Megatron of course was like purple and neon green, and he had a bright orange little tip of the gun here. Yeah, I eventually sold that mainly because I bought this and I thought the colours were much more better on this. Not that there was that much wrong with the colours on the Classics Megatron, to be honest with you. Just this one just was more the classic Megatron look with a black sort of like handle and stuff, because obviously this was purple for all the purple bit here, and the neon and the sort of like the barrel was also like neon green. It was alright, it just looks a bit funny. Right, so this is the Henkei version of course, so we've got a nice chromed, like purple chrome Decepticon insignia there on both sides, which is pretty cool, and a few bits of chrome that is actually hidden in this mode, we will get to in the robot mode. This is supposed to be an updated version of Megatron, because the Classics line was like, if those original Transformers were produced today, what would they look like? So they just went for a futuristic sort of gun for Megatron. He's still he's basically a futuristic revolver, something like you'd probably see in the new version of Battlestar Galactica, to be honest with you. It's pretty good. It has a working trigger. Don't know if it's going to come out too well. You can hear it clicking away, it's pretty good. Yeah, and the barrel has like a red telescopic sight. Actually does work if you can look through it. It's pretty good, but yeah, it's not bad. But other than that, you know, that's about it really. It's got like the trigger, whatever you want to call it, with that hammer. I think that's what it was called. But it's not bad actually. I quite like this mode. Definitely not the worst figure in the world. I think this is the first time Megatron was actually a gun since his 1984 incarnation. So yeah, it's pretty good. Let me just show you the box he come in, because I love the Japanese boxes for the most part, because they really do go to town on the boxes. It comes in a nice little box like that, and it's displayed in robot mode, and go to the back. Always loads of decent stuff going on these Japanese boxes. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Right, now then, most people call this Megatron anyway a shell former, because basically you just open him up and the robot's inside, but there is a little bit more involved to him than that, I like to think. Right, so we're going to transform it. First of all, we just basically, like I say, you crack open the shell, which is easier said than done, because he's held in place quite bloody good. Right, there we go. We start just by grabbing the front sections here and trying to prise him apart, because he's held in place by a few clips. And there we go. So we open that out like so, and then we do the same on this other side, like that, as you can see, and that's basically Megatron's shell, so to speak. And then, like I say, it's held in place by these little clips just here and here. And the first thing we do is fold these inwards like so, and this one that way, I think. Or does it go that way? I think it goes that way, don't really matter, I don't think. Anyway, yeah, so this one goes in that way, and then that one goes that way, yep, that's it. And then we're left with this, which is pretty cool. This is actually going to be the front of the robot. And then basically we just start opening out various portions of his body, like so. That's it really. And just free them up, all sort of like tabbed in basically. And then we just put him together. We rotate his main upper torso, 180 there. And then it's on this sort of like hinge mechanism, and you just put it all the way over, and it just clicks into place like that. We rotate this arm 180 and then flip this down into place, and it clicks into place. Then we just rotate his arm down, flip that round. Might as well get the fist out now, it's just easily held in place just in here. You can get it out, there we go. Put his little fist out. He does have one little annoying feature in robot mode, which I will get to. Right, then with the other arm, we just rotate this section up like that, and click that into place. And now I love, let me just undo that for a second. I love how they've managed to put some little like detailed bullets on that little bit there. I don't know if it's going to show that too well, just on there. It's a nice little feature like that. So put that in there. rotate this 180, and then this becomes his other arm, which we're going to rotate the little fist out, close that already, because that got stuck in. And then this is of course his fusion cannon. This rotates, because it's on a little rotational hinge, and it just clicks into place. I'm just going to push that down there, because it gets a bit annoying and in the way a lot. And then these of course are just his legs, and we just rotate these around. His body will pop out occasionally, like so. Right, then we come around to the back, and this is on another on a hinge, and then we just bring this up, rotate this one way. I can't remember for the life of me. There we go, that's that way. Okay, so we end up in this position. Make sure that's clicked in, and he has a little tab here. I don't know if you're going to see that too well. And this will just rotate up. At the same time, he has another hinge here. We just bring this downwards, and then that will just click into the tab on the back of his body, just in there. And that holds all the body together nice and successfully. And then you can just bring these sort of like shell wings out. They also look like a little bit of a cape, which is a pretty good feature for Megatron. Right, so we're going to get his arm out of the way. We're going to move on to the legs. Here we go. Just straighten out the legs, bring them round. First thing we do is come down to the bottom here, flip out his little feet. That one goes that way, and he has another little heel spur, which we just bring backwards. There we go, do the same on this foot, and bring this one out as well. And then another little feature which I usually forget to do is you actually just got to push his little shin guards up like that. There you go, right, and fully bring them up. Oh, no, that's a bit too far. No, there we go. And then that reveals some more detail just on the bottom of his leg here, giving him that classic Megatron look with the insides of his legs being red and that. And then we notice that he's got some more chrome just on his little knee pads here, and he's got a nice chromed front chest section there. And then for the final thing, we just flip that down, bring up the little robot head, and then flip that back. And there is Classics Megatron, or Henkei Megatron, in robot mode. And it's actually a fantastic robot mode. I actually really do love it. He's got articulation everywhere. His arms all move. Does this come out still? Or is it just me? No, I don't think it does on this one. No, I thought this used to have a little tip on the top of his shoulder there, used to move. But anyway, he's got some great articulation. My only sort of like gripe with it is he ends up with a fusion cannon on the bottom of his arm. Looks like he's holding one of those sort of like mini guns, maybe out of Space Crusade or something like that, or Warhammer 40,000 or something. It's a bit annoying. You can sort of turn it round so it's in his classic sort of pose like that, but then his fist ends up the wrong way around, which is a bit ridiculous. I'd rather that they'd done the fist on a rotational joint, just so you can pose his arm a bit different without it looking a bit ridiculous. But when you do that, you can't really see his fists anyway, so it don't really make too much difference. Yeah, so his head is on a ball joint, and it has some great light piping. It's not going to show up here because I don't have anything to show the light piping off, but believe me, it looks absolutely great, fantastic. Yeah, it's a shame actually. I might try and take a picture of it, something like that, showing off the light piping, because it is really, really good. It's definitely one of those figures where the light piping just works brilliantly. So yeah, so I don't think this is a better figure than the Universe Classics one, but it's definitely got a more true to Megatron colour scheme, which is always good. Yeah, so like I say, it's not that much different from the Classics, but I just prefer the colours. I think I actually sold my original Universe Classics one on eBay, and I got about what I originally paid for it, which was pretty good. Usually you can find them, and they're going to cost you about £20, I think, because you can't get them now. It's a bit unfortunate, really, because it's a great figure. I was going to get the War for Cybertron Megatron, but if I'm honest, I don't like the alt mode on that, and it's only a deluxe size, whereas at least this was a Voyager size toy. And then you put him next to other people, and at least then, because of his stature of being a leader, you've got to think he's got to be, you know, bigger than some of his little minions, obviously. My only other thing is, I don't know if it's going to show the head too well on here. Not got the greatest head sculpt in the world, but it's not the worst either. So that's pretty good. I just wanted to show you one other figure. I actually bought War for Cybertron Soundwave when I went to London the other day. And, what was I going to say? Yeah, Now then, I don't like Soundwave having a car mode. It never sort of like stuck with me, that. So I thought, why not try and see if I can do something with the figure to make it look like, out of, I believe it was More Than Meets the Eye, Part 1, when we first see Soundwave on Cybertron, and give him that sort of like, I don't know if it was like a telegraph pole or whatever it was, or communications sort of like, I don't know, aerial sort of mode that we first see him in. And so I came up with this. So it kind of looks, you can sort of do it with the original G1 Soundwave as well, which my brother showed me once. But I managed to find this sort of mode. So it kind of looks like he did in that G1 episode. Not the greatest, but, you know, at least it's something. Because, I don't know, Soundwave being a car, I just don't see it. At least the Revenge of the Fallen Soundwave was a communications satellite, which is a little bit more to, I don't know, to my liking. But there we go. And the only other thing that pisses me off about this is that, yeah, he has the opening chest, but you only put his bloody weapons in there. Like I say, it would have been better if they'd have, I don't know, with, what is it, the Ravager that comes with the Universe Hound, done something so you could put that in there. So that would have been brilliant. Still, there we go. Anyway, this has been Graham, the Collect 75, and I shall see you all next time. Bye for now.